Welcome. Live stream feedback number 29. We are getting down today. We have some submissions here. Looks like we have 13 submissions. If you guys want to submit, the Discord link is in the description. I'll go ahead and give you feedback right now. We're going to go over mix down, sound design, everything that's good. Let's get into it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. I'm going to open up the Discord so we can see who the first submission is. And we'll start the music. Looks like first submission is Billy with Triple D. Get it done. Let me make sure this is the right one. Oh, it's Yo-Yo actually, not Triple D. Cool. Run it.
Cool down the dance hall. Yo, hold up, hold up.
Hey, nice. Okay. Oh, that was pretty heavy. We could actually run it back. It's only been a minute, so like let's listen to a little bit of the details here. Sounds pretty good. Really, the only main thing I could hear that's should be fixed right away is probably how wide the clap is. It seems almost too stereo. There's not really any mono signal with the clap. Just make sure you have your mono signal and your stereo signal for your clap. The guns in the sub are pretty good. There's a lot of build-up with frequencies, so the mix is starting to become a little bit muddy. You could definitely use EQ to start cleaning all these sounds more. It'll sound a lot better. Since you're pushing everything to -3 levels, it's very loud, so things are starting to get squished and crowded. But if you can fix that, it'll sound very clean and nice. Good energy. I like it. Good job. Nice way to bring us in. Up next, we have Anxiety with Future Rhythm Whip. Whip. Let's get it.
disappear.
Alright. Cool. That's cool. This is Future Rhythm, work in progress by Anxiety. This is a little bit color basey, right? It's actually pretty cool. Nice idea. But there's one problem I think that is making this song not as intense and energetic as possible. And that's really the flow and the pattern of the main basses. It's like if we listen to this ARP here, this ARP is going really fast, putting us in the regular time of like 140. Like we can, if we wanted to, we can bob our head the full time through the speed. If we get to the drop, you listen to the main bass, like rah rah. The speed and the rhythms and patterns of it are very slow, like quarter note, half rate, and because of that, it seems like we want to dance in halftime, and there's not really any way for us to dance in full time. So, because the drums are halftime too, so you got to make sure that these basses and rhythms and call and responses are moving in a fast way so that we can dance to it. Because right now it's just really slow, and I don't think that's the type of energy that you're going for here in this drop. So, if you fix that, it'll sound a lot more energetic. Plus, the sub on the drops is pretty weak. It's not really matching the energy of the loud like color basses and the layered dubstep bass with it. So make sure that you get your sub, use saturation, get it really loud, low pass it, make it clean, loud and thick, and just mix it down to taste so that you can have a good sub. Cool. Nice. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Up next, we got Mipsy with the 50/50 test. Oh, let's go.
Welcome to the awakening. What do you feel in your soul?
Sounds like some stuff I would be listening to at the club last night. That crazy show. Oh. Next time I host a Halloween party. Indeed. Indeed, Lolo. That's Mipsy coming in hot with 50-50 Tesfo. Honestly, I've never heard anything like this from you, Mipsy, and I'm glad to hear it. This is really creative, very artistic. The mixdown is clean. We're coming in at -6 LUFS. Like, we're peaking at -6 LUFS. There's really good volume for this type of music. It's almost like hybrid trap, but it's like trippy dubstep hybrid trap. It's really cool. I was just at a show last night that was playing music like this, and it was just so cool. So this is awesome. As you see here during this drop, we go from extreme like loudness to like soft. The use of dynamics is really intense and well done. He's creating really amazing soundscapes with those spaces and lots of great movement. The only other thing I could really recommend is like more like subtle, fast percussion in the background, just to add like little fast movement, little fast fills, just in random sections to kind of progress the track through the phrases. Otherwise, it's really nice if you were taking shrooms to this. It would be an adventure. So good job. Sick. Good use of the vocal. That's 50-50. Mipsy coming in hot as usual. Good job. Up next, we got Yuck with Gown. Get it done.
Feast on your soul. Die.
Feasting on your soul. That was Gone. Ooh, solid submission. Very good energy. As you guys can tell, man, festival vibes. Rolling in hot. Okay, so this is awesome. There was only one thing that I heard that really should be fixed. that could be better. Otherwise, intro, everything, set the vibes, good emotion, build up intense energy, timing and song arrangement basically perfect with how the pre-drops and song arrangements going. Phrases are nice, good variations. But the thing is the sussy, the sustain, the tone of it, like the pitch of it. Like, it really should be like, it really should be matching the other sounds that are playing around it. I'm not sure if you're frequency shifting it or doing something. Just make sure you kind of get that tone perfect of the sustain, because it's really holding a big foundation here when it's playing. You got to make sure that tone is perfect. It just sounds like it needs to be pitched down a little bit. Like, it's really high frequency, and the other basses that are playing with it are also high frequency basses. So it's like kind of a clash of clans with the high frequencies, and there's like remaining space in the mid basses that could be utilized. That's really it. Otherwise, good energy. Nice middle drop right here. Keep on rolling with the rolling. If you're looking though, if we look at the waveform, it looks pretty quiet. Just make sure that everything's good on volume. We're showing -6 lefts. But just make sure nothing's like turned down irregularly in your DAW or anything like that. You'll be good. Go. Let's go. Next submission. We got Psychedelics with Ether Machine. WIP DEMO. Let's go. You got here just in time. Hey. Whoa. Ooh. Sick outro. Okay, cool. That is Psychedelics coming in with Ether Machine. Alrighty. So this is pretty sick. Definitely setting a cool industrial vibe. Just dope grunginess going on over here. Now the thing is though, is we have some problems with volume, the mix down, and energy levels. And I'll explain how. So when we're, like, let's say in this breakdown, it's not loud. But when we get to the buildup, we're starting to raise the intensity and the volume. And then we can measure it with these LUFs. So when we get to like full intensity, we're at -3 LUFs right before the pre-drop. And then when we get to the actual drop, we actually are at -6 LUFS. We're dropping -3 LUFS in loudness, which is a significant difference, and it's an audible difference that we can tell. So when it's building up and it's getting super loud and crazy, oh, and then boom, you hit it with the drop, it actually feels like it's lower volume and lower intensity. That's just a huge problem. When building tension and releasing it, we have to maintain and keep that energy throughout the drop. So you can either make the build up lower volume, which you don't want to do. You can leave it at -3 because that's fine. -3 LUFS is really the maximum I recommend you do in songs like this. You can leave it there. But what you would have to do is get those main basses and really pump them up in volume. You can use compression, saturation, but I recommend parallel processing. That will blend in 2 signals, one wet, one dry. It'll add volume and add good effect. You can mess with that. I have a parallel processing video. You can watch that if you need to, but if you do that, it'll make the drop sound a lot louder, harder, and it'll flow with the rest of the song, most importantly. Otherwise, good sound design, good song arrangement. You can work more on fills, use reference tracks to see how they're using their fills and kind of incorporate more fills in your drops. It'll really help move the track along more. But otherwise, good job, man. Keep on producing, keep on making them bangers. Okay, looks like we have a submission called How Is Your Neck after this. So you guys have to... Oh. He has 2 submissions, actually. We're just going to use this first one. All right, so you guys tell me how your neck is after this one. It's Alpha J with HIYNAAT. Let's get it.
You gonna fight or just play around?
Hold up. What's it? You want to know? Don't play with me. I like it. This is some nice heavy rhythm vibes going on in this. My neck is feeling good. Truthfully, if I was in the club, I would be like this. Like this. I'm liking the way this is sounding. To be honest, the only thing that really needs work is like the high end. The high frequency seems like not muffled, but kind of just contained. You can really just make it bright, make them stand out. Use compressors. You can use EQ, like high shelves do the channel EQ. That's really clean. Stuff like that, so that we could just bring in some more of that nice, crispy high end to match with all the nice low end and mid basses that we got going on here. -6.7 is fine. That's good luffage. I would definitely add some vocals too. You saw I was like adding my own vocal fills because I could just imagine vocal fills in here to add more energy to bring you to the next phrase. And I really think you should incorporate things like that. I'll make a video soon on how to make vocals because for years it was one of the hardest things, but I figured out the secrets the other day. We'll get it done. No problem, no issues. Good job. Good submission. I like that one. Up next, we have Snasta with Rude Boy. Let's get it done.
Here we go.
It looks like we got some rude boy bass up in the place. Nesta coming in like a volcano over here, coming in hot with the heat of the sun. Damn, that was some nice crunchies. You guys feel the sub? It's really taking up that mix very well. The other, it almost sounds like this is almost too clipped. Like it sounds like everything's pushed almost too hard on the limiter or the clipper. I'd really try to dial it down. You need to make sure there's like good dynamics, because it kind of feels like the sub is squished with all the sounds. It sounds cool, don't get me wrong, but after a while you'll be able to tell that that's not clean dynamics. It's not perfect dynamics, which I think this song deserves. It's really fire though. Your mix down, like the way you chose the mid basses and the high basses and the sub, it sounds good. Good sound design, good song arrangement, good energy. The pre-drop definitely could be louder. You couldn't hear it, but nice, dude. Negative. This is coming at -3, by the way. So, like, this is more of a heavy rhythm song. It doesn't have to be that loud. Like, Tear Out, like that super loud dubstep is at -3, but this isn't Tear Out. This is more like just heavy rhythm. So you could easily get past with -5 lefts. So you don't have to clip it so hard to the top. You have some room to spare. Definitely do. And you can see, like, once we start to zoom out, it kind of starts to brick. So just keep those things in mind. You want to get your mixes perfect, because it sounds like your level is increasing significantly over the weeks and the months. You're going to be rocking those clubs in no time, bro. Shit. Please. Uh-oh. Is this Lolo? It is. You guys welcome the one and only Melodian with Please. Coming in hot with the heart cover art. Very cute, very symbolic of the Lodian love cycle. Let's get it done with a 1 time, maybe the 2 time, 3 time. Low, low, low with the 3 rhyme.
They say that love's a game. You try to outrun, they try to outgun. They can't get enough of its touch. I do this shit with a rush. Don't get ahead of yourself. Wasting my time, I can tell. Talk to me, babe. Honestly, I don't trust anyone else. Don't put my love on a shelf. You know I'm going through hell. Look at my face. Every night I'm just crying for help. I'm not holding on to nothing. Love is going bad on us, baby. I'm not standing here for something. Is it time I got out of your way?
How can you be clean and dirty at the same time? Only the Lodian can.
Please don't leave me. Will you ever come back to me? Please don't leave me. Will you ever come back to me?
Clarity.
Please don't leave me.
Hashtag clarity. Don't leave.
Please don't leave me. Please don't ever come back. Please don't leave me. Will you ever come back?
Wow.
Will you ever come back to me? Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me.
Please don't leave me.
Please don't leave me.
Ah, she already left. Good job, Lodian. Coming in hot with please. As usual, emotional and significant. My heart. It's pretty crazy. You're able to blend in like super soft melodic elements with really heavy bass. And you're starting to get to the point where your drops, like I'm hearing every subtle difference. I'm hearing every little detail. And what I love is that you're using like dirty rhythms and like moving these basses in ways that like makes you want to do that bass face while still keeping the sexual chords in motion. Like boom, boom, boom. And then in these sections you guys can tell like the sub is significant, really holding it down in the mix. That's really good. Loudness levels are awesome. We can turn it up high. Dynamics are great. The only thing that I heard that needed to be fixed really was like harshness on the ears when it's like swelling. So like in the fake out, right there. So like in this, there's like intense frequency buildup. A Fletcher Munson curve would easily tune these frequencies down to be easier on our ears. But in these like swell sections, which doesn't happen often in the song, it's just harsh on the ears. And if you want the song to be perfect, all it would need to be done would be for those to be tuned down and turned down a little bit. Otherwise, I like this, man. This is something I'd remix for show. Good job, Lolo, as usual. I'm gonna call him the melodic Lolo Lion. All right, maybe not. Next, we have Crouton coming in with DPR//WIP// Check out the cover art. Crouton getting it done. Let's see.
Would not be the same. Two people laughed. Few people cried. Most people
Subby.
were silent.
Oh my gosh, is that a stereo sub right there? What it sounded like?
Was trying to persuade
Yeah, I think it's because of the mono and stereo. Oh my gosh.
them to impress him, takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds."
Let's go, Crouton. Ooh, okay. Dude, Crouton, I'm so happy to hear that you're making some heavier stuff right now, dude. This is honestly the heaviest thing I've heard from you so far. As you see in the chat, this sub it caught our attention. I'm not too sure if you're doing a mono and stereo sub conjunction or whatever, but it's sounding cool. Very nice. Honestly, the energy levels that you set and the way we transition to the drop is really unique and cool. And it adds a lot of energy while keeping it subtle, which is awesome. When we get to the drop, though, it kind of sounds like there's not enough high end, and it's definitely not loud enough. So it's like -6.5 LUFS here and -7 LUFS here. You really should try to push this and get a little bit louder to at least like -6, -5 LUFS, balanced all throughout the song, or the drops, I should say. And then just with the high end specifically, or the mids, use glue compressors to really bring those out and make them brighter to kind of match the intensity of the sub. I love how fat the sub is here. Good job. I want to see this sub. I want you to show me this sub. Look at these zaps. By the way, this phrase sounds significantly cleaner and harder than these bubbly phrases. With these bubblies, it starts to sound crowded, while this sounds very clean. So just keep that stuff in mind, you know what I mean? But, I love it. Good job, dude. Good job. Okay. Before we get ahead of ourselves, we got Empiric coming out with TNUC, TNUC.wave. Okay.
This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. The Center for Disease Control has reported an outbreak of a new virus that affects the brain and regenerates dead tissue for long life after clinical death. Please stand by for an action message from your local authorities.
We'll have to run this shit back. What's going on? Somebody called a tear-out ambulance. I done broke my spleen. Just kidding, my spleen's fine. Damn, that tear-out is not fine. That's crazy. Good job. Empiric. Yeah. Okay, just making sure that's right. Good job, dude. This is some tear-out craziness, heaviness. Usually when we make tear-out like this and pump it to -3 and get it this loud, it's really easy for us to make it sound congested and muddy, crowded. These mix down issues happen a lot when I listen to this, but I was really listening. I'm turning it up and I'm trying to see if like we're having any significant mix down issues, and we're not. You know, you're getting closer than most people are with mixing this stuff down. Nice heavy guns, crazy high end sparkle with all these like heavy metal vocal screams. creates intense energy. The drums are good, the sub's good. Yeah, this is pretty nice, man. Like, it's supposed to be loud, and I'm really happy that you were able to get like clean gain out of this. It still makes you want to dance. It still has high energy. Not easy to do. You have nice fills. I don't have much to say except finish the song, drop the song, and hold up.
System, outbreak of broadcast.
So like, this song's really good, right? But now that you're competing at this level, you're going to be starting to compete with all the other people that are making tearout, right? So if you want to make this song stand out and be unique, you need to think about theme and how your song sounds as a whole, and like kind of the piece of art that it's presented as. Because the tearout drop isn't really enough, since we've heard so much of Murata for the past 3 years and then other people replicating his sound. But what you can do is combine this amazing tearout sound with something amazing and unique at the beginning. This intro sounds very similar to, I mean, literally like hundreds of songs. So I would really redo this intro to make it its own theme. You know, use vocals, use crazy different sounds, something that's new that people haven't heard before, so that people have a reason to listen to this song. Because if it just sounds like this, it'll sound like hundreds of other songs that we've listened to, especially in a small niche like tearout. Not a lot of people listen to it, so the people that are listening to it have already heard all the tearout songs that are out. There's not too much. You got to stand out, be unique, and as soon as you do that, as soon as you focus on creating amazing themes, you will blow up and tour the world for as long as you want. Okay, up next we have Mother the Plate by Smileys. Let's get it done. Let's get it done.
Make some fucking noise for his mother. Get it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Make some fucking noise for his mother. Get it. Yeah.
nice. That is what I'm talking about. All right, Smileys, this is definitely probably the best thing I've heard you submit to me. The reason is because the mix down is so much cleaner. We have nice, clean gain. It's loud and not muddy or ear-piercing frequencies. We can turn it up. The sub, though, it sounds pretty basic, pretty clean sine wave. I would definitely add some more saturation and slight distortion so that we can add some more like mid-range to your sub so that it can blend in and match energy of those basses that are playing, that chop, chop, chops. Also, keep in mind too, that sub is playing quarter note sub basically the whole time. Whoop, 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 whoop. So by the time we get like here, it really sounds like we need variation. You can simply change that quarter note sub to like a half note, like roll, roll, and like slow it down, like speed it up in some sections. And just doing that in a couple of different sections will make a huge difference in basically keeping the energy high and progressing the energy through the track. That's really what you want to do. Everything sounds super hard on the first 8 bars, but when we get to these next phrases, the momentum starts to go down. So you want to keep that momentum high. I put here, insert a sussy here, because when we get here, you add variation and you change the speed of the chops. Dun, 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 dun. So that's changing in speed, but it doesn't seem like a big enough difference compared to this. So you should keep what's happening there, but insert like a subtle sustain in the background just to like drive it through the phrase. And if you only insert it here and like not here or here, like that's what will be the difference. You want to go back and forth between these things. And then situations like this where we have dynamic shifts going from loud to soft, these are perfect places to add fills. As soon as you add something like a vocal or a cool tom fill or anything right before the kick in the next phrase, that's going to improve and add a lot more energy to that next phrase and keep people dancing hard. So just, yeah, insert more fills in all these little sections throughout the song. But good job, man. Good job. This is what I like to hear. This looks very DJable, song arrangement, and everything looks perfect. So, yeah, good job. Keep it rocking. Up next, we got Sabretooth. And he's uploading the cryptic work in progress. Let's get it done. the heck? Who the heck are these people submitting all this hot fire in the mother licking Discord, huh? Is that Sabertooth? The world may never know. Just kidding. That's Sabertooth. He's coming in super, super, super hot with the flaming sun of centuries. Talk about Muerte inspiration. Talk about taking this sound to the next level. It's like Muerte on a different. It's like Muerte's cousin that came in with like a different suit, but it's like a cool suit. It's like blue instead of the black, and it's just going in. Okay, so I was listening for things that I would want to change or that don't sound good. I couldn't really find any. I was listening to snares. I was listening to song arrangement, progression, mixing. Basically listening to everything. And I think this is a good piece of art. I really do. And I really want to compliment you on how many different sections you have and how like varied all your fills are. And like each phrase seems different on every single drop, which is just very impressive. And it keeps you wanting to listen to the next section. And by the time you're at here, you want to literally repeat the song because like you missed some stuff. So much is happening that like we're moving on and then like, oh, I missed some stuff. You'll have to go back and listen to the song because we need to listen to everything. So that's really amazing. Good job. This is extremely complex. Keep this complexity high. Don't go more complex than this. From here, just start getting that mix perfectly clean. That's really the only thing that could be, worked on even more. It's just the mix down, but that's really it. The mix down right now, it sounds loud and clean, but there can always be more space for dynamics. It can always sound like the sub is living in its own section rather than it all sounds squished together. Just make sure that your buses are using very minimal compression, that your individual tracks use minimal compression, and make sure you're not gluing things that shouldn't be glued. Just be like hyper aware on compression and volume and automation and width on every single track and sound now, because you don't want to forget about anything and you don't want to stack anything either. So that's really just nitpicking. That's the producer mind coming out. Any regular listener listening to this stuff at a rave wouldn't even be able to tell any of that shit. So don't worry about it. Keep them bangers flowing. Sabertooth coming in hot. Good job. Okay. Up next, we have Riddles submitting Patience. Get it done.
Stay focused, man. I know it's hard. I know everything you're dealing with. I know everybody in your ear. People telling you can't do it. It's a 1 in a million chance. So stay focused, man. Cause it's like you could take 10 years to get that one and change your life. Self-balance, so like when shit goes wrong, I can deal with it. Cause people really tend to lash out on things when shit goes wrong. You're not really balanced in yourself. Like you conflicting on everything else, you mad at everything else because you still mad at the shit you're not getting right. But once you get right with yourself and get in the peace and try to get right.
Yes, they do, Lolo. Yes,
a lot of things gonna change too.
Don't hit me with the dreamy ARP. Ooh. Dreamy ARP at the outro. Serendipity. Okay. Very cool, very cool, very nice. To be honest, it wasn't loud enough. Right away, I wanted to turn it up on my interface, which shouldn't be the thing because it's already loud enough. So that's telling me right away that this should be louder. We're coming in like -6.8 LUFS, -7 LUFS. You should really try to reach for like -5 lefts on like this future bassy type of vibe. Also, the layering in your chord stacks needs to be improved because they're nice and dreamy, but they're not thick enough and it's not producing enough energy that is kind of a standard in this genre, right? So, as you see in the chat here, Lodian right away noticed like empty space in like the mid range. So you can easily layer a gritty bass layer that's doing the same movement as your sub. That will kind of fill up that frequency spectrum in between the sub and those saws. And then you want to think of the high frequencies. So on top of the saws, we need like vocals. Like a vocal, if a vocal was singing in key to these chords, if you had like a sustained vocal note being played on these chords in the same melody or in the same harmony, that would make a big difference and it would add that extra high end and that extra brightness and body that is used a lot and is needed in this song too. So let's keep those things in mind. That'll help a lot. Layering is key, especially in genres like this. Study your layering, get it done, and get your things loud with compressors and EQ. Okay. Up next, we have Basics Snare with Refraction. Render went to shit on the intro, so don't mind that. Do not mind the intro render. Hey. Momo. Ooh, wrong one. Okay, cool. All right, basic snare refraction. You heard it here. So there's some things that I think need to be fixed right away. This is far from perfect because we have some mix down problems. So basically, there's too much space in the mix. Like when we listen to the drop, you can tell that there's like empty space available that we're not utilizing. And because of that, it just feels almost awkward and weird. One of the things that makes this balance seem very odd is there's a sub controlling the lows, and then there's a high, like the main dubstep bass is like a high bass. That's like high. There's no mids in it. So we're like lacking all these mid frequencies. But if you listen closely, you can hear there's like a mid bass that usually would be taking up these frequencies, and it's being played in the wide area at a very low volume. There's like a wide chop. So that thing, you can literally make that thing fat, loud, let that thing control the mid range so that it feels like the frequency spectrum is full. Otherwise, it'll just feel empty. That why chop needs thick sauce. And then, of course, throughout both of the songs, you really just want to keep in mind of your frequency range, feel the lows, mids, and highs, and then clean everything up after that. And you'll have a banger on your hands. Otherwise, fairly not too shabby. Not too shabby. Okay, next we have Jackson Snippets with Baby Blue. Okay, let's do. Hey. Hey. Hey, baby. I saw you from across that dance floor. And I just wanted to say, you better recognize. Where my top at? Where my cane? Where my Cam cane? Colorful, man. All right, cool. I like this. That was cool, man. Very vibey. Good, like, atmosphere that you created here. When I close my eyes, I'm seeing colors. I'm like traveling into different places in the universe. Really awesome. The only main problem is that it's too empty. This whole song really sounds like an instrumental. Like, it literally sounds like there's a vocal version and an instrumental version. And I don't think you have a vocal version, so you need to make that vocal version. I'm not just saying that because I want to say that. I'm saying that because it literally sounds empty. So when this was playing, as you heard, like, I'm like singing and like humming to fill in the extra spaces that are available. If you have a vocalist singing high frequencies, like a girl singer, or even a guy singer that's singing like low frequencies, like jazzy, anything like that would make a significant difference. Even if you had both singers on this, it would take the track to the next level. It would then create a theme. It would make sense. It would be a full piece of art. Rather than this, it kind of sounds unfinished. When we get to this section, it really starts to sound like there should be something going on in this part. Something big, like a lead, like a saxophone solo, or like a vocal solo. So yeah, just find those leads now. That's going to be really important. But as soon as you master that, dude. It's gonna be crazy. You're gonna be taking over. All right, good job, good job, good job, good job. Up next, we have Danix with Aurora. Okay, okay, okay. Let's go, let's go. Oh. Oh. I wanna go to a rave, even though I was on a rave last night. Wanna go again. Let me get my stamp of approval. Whatcha? You know me. I don't just love dubby. I love all genres. And when I hear something like this, that puts me in that progressive, trancey state, that puts me back at EDC into a different stage. It's not main stage. It just makes me so happy. You're going to get me. All right. Now, there are some things that you need to fix. The main thing is volume. It's super quiet. Significantly quiet. This is the drop. We're pulling out negative 13 LUFS. So, just so you know, in like recording, like the recording standard is negative 14 LUFS. So, like, whenever you make a song or like a sound or something, it should at least be negative 14 LUFS. But when we're making like dance music, we really need to push the loudness so that we can match the loudness of these songs that are playing in this genre. When we're DJing them live, the volume and intensity levels are matched and balanced and the same. So really, this negative 13 LUFS, it should be a lot louder. You'll really need to mix and master it to like around negative 8 LUFS, negative 7 LUFS, so that it can be loud enough. And we shouldn't have to turn up our interface all the way up just to hear your song. It should be at the correct loudness level. Whenever you start making things loud with compression, saturation, and EQ, you're going to bring out and pull out problem frequencies, and frequencies will start to stack and build up. So make sure you use EQ before your compressors, before the saturation, so that you're bringing out clean frequencies and making those louder instead of bringing up mud or ear-piercing frequencies. Keep that in mind. That will be important as you get your mix and master down. And then lastly, the clap. It sounds very hidden in the mix. It sounds too wide. Make sure that clap is mono and stereo and really controlling the mix. That clap is, what we're dancing to, that and the kick. So make sure it's prominent. Otherwise, I like it. Very good vibes. Finish it. Ooh, up next, we got Komodo with Ancient Test. If is this ancient? The world may never know until right now. King Kong. Debbie, get my spear. Okay, so this pretty decent. I'm gonna say the intro, I think, is sounding better than the drop right now at this point, only because what we got going on here is a classic instant of the complextro vibe. It really sounds like just random sounds are playing one after another, and there's no cohesion. These sounds don't blend together. They don't sound related together, right? So when we're listening to one, and then as the phrase progresses, we have another sound that sounds completely just out of nowhere. And that just creates this weird, awkward dynamic. And it doesn't create movement and dance like it should. So you really need to focus on sound design. Don't use presets just randomly. You want to use like one preset and manipulate the preset so that you can make versions of it. And let's say you have 4 versions of that one preset that are doing kind of different rhythms with slightly different tones by moving some of the knobs like FM from B or those filter knobs. That will create the cohesion and make all these dubstep basses sound like they blend in. So if most of your response is those cohesion basses, then you can throw in some random basses in the fills or maybe in the call, and that will make more sense as the drop progresses. It's starting to look like we're clipping as we zoom out. It also sounds like it's overcompressed. So make sure that you're not overcompressing your groups or overcompressing individual tracks. Keep your dynamics. That's really important. It will make things sound cleaner. And just make sure you retain the loudness. Keep it at like -5, -3, or even -6, like minimum. But yeah. Good job, guys. You guys are coming in hot with all the submissions. I'm happy to be doing this. Taking the time to give you guys feedback makes me happy. If you guys need more feedback, go in the Discord, join now, ask questions in the general chat, go in the voice chat, share your projects with others, see if anyone can give you valuable feedback as well. That's what we do. We're a community here, and let's help each other out. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Like this video, comment on it if you enjoyed it. That will help the algorithm. And don't forget to subscribe. Keep it fresh, keep it real. I'm Dripment. And I'm saying, peace out.